Time travel. You've seen it in the movies, you've read about it in books. But what's the real story? Is it just pure fantasy, or is there some actual science behind it? Well, in this explainer, we're going to peel back the layers of fiction and get right to the heart of what's actually possible. So, let's just cut straight to the chase, right? The big question, the one that has captivated us for generations, is any of this stuff, time travel, even possible? To really get our heads around this, I need you to do something for me. Just imagine this. You're waking up. It's the middle of the night, but something just feels off, you know? Different. And then you see it. Right there in your room is this weird machine. It's humming, almost like it's alive. And your eyes, they just lock onto this one single glowing button. So what do? You know you probably shouldn't, but you just can't help it. Your hand reaches out, you press it, and then bam! In a flash of light, absolutely everything changes. Okay, so this whole idea, this powerful dream of a time machine, that's really where our exploration begins. It's a concept that's been kicking around for over a century now. So you step out of that machine. For you, it feels like maybe an hour has passed, but then you look at a calendar and you realize 10 years have gone by for everyone else on Earth. 10 years. And here's the absolute kicker. That whole scenario, it's not just science fiction. It's actually based on real, proven science. All right, so if a journey to the future is actually on the table, scientifically speaking, how in the world does that even work? Let's break it down. The whole thing comes down to this one really crazy idea called time dilation. It comes straight from Albert Einstein's theory of relativity. And what it suggests is, well, it's pretty wild. It says that time isn't fixed. It's not some constant clock ticking for everyone. The faster you zip through space, the slower time actually ticks for you. So, basically, if we could somehow build a ship that could go ridiculously fast, we're talking near the speed of light, time would slow to a crawl for whoever's inside. And get this isn't just something on a chalkboard. We have proof. Astronauts who spend time in orbit actually come back to Earth having aged just a tiny, tiny fraction of a second less than all of us. It's a real effect, just, on a super small scale for now. Okay, so traveling into the future seems plausible, at least on paper. But what about going backwards? Aha, well, that's where things get really messy. This is where we run headfirst into the paradox of the past. Yeah, this is the big one, the question that trips up just about every single theory out there. What happens if you actually change the past? You go back, you do one little thing differently. What happens to the world you came from? And that brings us to the most famous brain melter of them all, the grandfather paradox. Just think about it. You go back in time and you stop your grandparents from ever meeting. Okay, but wait, if they never met, you were never born. So, who on Earth went back in time to stop them in the first place? See? It's a loop, a logical knot that you just can't seem to untie. Now, you might be thinking, what about wormholes? And yeah, some theoretical physicists have suggested that these shortcuts through space-time could potentially be a backdoor to the past. But, and this is a huge but, that is 100% theory. We have zero, and I mean zero, physical proof that wormholes are even real, let alone that we could use them like a cosmic highway. So after all this theory, the future, the past, the paradoxes, where does that leave us? What's the actual real-world verdict from science today? Well, here's the bottom line. The scientific consensus is pretty clear. Traveling to the future? Yeah, that's theoretically possible, all grounded in Einstein's rock-solid theory of relativity. But traveling to the past? Not so much. It's seen as highly unlikely because of those unsolvable paradoxes and a complete lack of any physical evidence. Okay, so you're probably asking, if future travel is possible, why aren't we doing it? Well, the roadblock is gigantic. The amount of technology and pure energy you'd need to get something moving anywhere near the speed of light is just astronomical, far beyond anything we can dream of creating today. All right, so we've walked through the science. Now let's circle all the way back to where we started, back to that dream, because now the big question is really for you. When you really think about it, this desire to travel through time taps into something so fundamental about being human, doesn't it? We're always wondering where we came from and where we're going. For now, it seems time travel is going to remain one of humanity's greatest curiosities, definitely more of a dream than a reality.
And that brings us right back to where we began. You're in that room, that strange machine is humming in front of you, and that button is just glowing. If you had the choice, right this second, which way would you go? Would you journey to the past to witness history, or would you leap into the future to discover our destiny? It's a fascinating question and one that will probably keep us all dreaming for years to come.